One of the big concerns, we've kind of touched around it, high percentage of drops. Found out that he did have a hand injury. Take a look at this. It's kind of interesting. Before the hand injury, 8 games, 5 drops. After the hand injury, 4 games, 3 drops. So it appears that the dropping issue is a concern. The injury certainly impacted it. It still averaged almost 88 yards, 87.8 yards per game, 7 touchdowns. He's a guy that you're not counting on him being your 1, 2, 3. He's probably at best your wide receiver 4, maybe wide receiver 5.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Those are guys you kind of need as complementary pieces. What I think he brings is a lot of what they don't have, that speed and quickness that can operate into the slot, but can also go out to the perimeter. And when you talk about the injury he had as well, the other thing that I think stood out about me is he's got small hands. Even looking at his pro day measurements in his hands, 8 3/4 inches. Those aren't big hands. Obviously, being a smaller guy, he's not going to have bigger hands, but typically when you have smaller hands, physics just says it's harder to catch a football. So you can understand in some way, why Jamari Thrash has some of those struggles. And the fact that, he continued to play through the hand injury, obviously limited his effectiveness. But I think that you kind of like to see that. You kind of like to see, players playing through difficult injuries. And it seems like, competitiveness and toughness, those are hallmark elements of Thrash's game that you would hope carry over into the pros as you get a chance as coaches to get in and develop his game a little bit more.